Recovery is strategy, not just for endurance sports, but also for endurance leadership and life. I'm Suzanne Rath, and you're listening to Endures for your daily dose of endurance leadership and life lessons. And today we are delving into step 4 of Endures, which is how do we use recovery? Now, recovery truly is strategy. It enables us to not fall apart after the first climb. It enables us to step back, to think, to recover, to build our energy, to show up better, to get really clear on what we want, to go into a different brain state, so where we can become more creative or more present or more connected. There's so many benefits to it. So why do we all endlessly keep pushing through? Now, on my website, I do have a free Design Your Own Recovery Menu webinar, which you are very welcome to watch. All of the links are in the show notes. But let's dive in today to the 3 things that make up recovery and how they relate to both individuals and teams. So, those 3 things are pause, protect, and prepare. So first of all, the pause. Now this is relevant to both the individual business owner and to the team. You'll have heard me say before that you can't lead other people until you can lead yourself. And so we need to be really good in modeling this by example. And this thing I'm talking about is micro breaks. So knowing when to take that little micro break, knowing when to stop when you're done, not just filling every iota of your day with more and more things, but having a structured, focused to-do list and stopping then. Not when you've added another 10 emails in, obviously putting in place that time in the day for firefighting, but on a whole, learning how to take these little breaks, how to recover, how to reset your nervous system, how to maybe step outside, how to make sure you have the time in for your health appointments, your walking, your running, your nutrition, whatever it might be. And for teams, that looks like setting up and coaching people in building the rhythms to thrive. And that can even be how they design their year. So if you have team members that maybe go to Europe for 4 weeks and then they come back and they get straight back into work, guess what? The benefits of that holiday are probably already gone. They're coming back, they're tired, they're frazzled, and once the excitement of showing off the holiday snaps wears off, they get back into the same poor habits. Whereas if we can consistently encourage people to spread their breaks out throughout the year, to model like resets with our team, to make sure that they're actually taking their lunch break away from the desk, or their afternoon tea break isn't spent scrolling Instagram. Obviously, we can't control what people do, but we can certainly teach them and guide them on the right habits to moderate their energy, because ultimately this is something that we are all responsible for. Now, the second aspect is protect. And so for individuals, there's so much to that. And at the core of it all is boundaries, because we need to protect our focus, unshakable focus, one of my top 3 outcomes. We need to protect our own energy so we can have consistent momentum instead of this stop-starty thing. And we need to protect our vision and the things that really matter to us so we can actualize our potential. Now, for teams and in the workplace, sometimes that can mean protecting that most energized time of day. So for most people, that's probably around the morning. So things like no morning meetings or not having back-to-back meetings. Microsoft brought in a 10-minute gap in between meetings because Zoom fatigue is real. And just having that little bit of time to, write your list of things to do or reflect on what it is you need to do is so important. And then the third thing is prepare. And for individuals, that can come down to how we plan our weeks, our months, our lives. So I put my little rocks into the year, and it'll be my holidays, my training, my pre-organized speaking, my quarterly team days, all those things that are non-negotiable. And I'll look at that on a big whiteboard calendar. So automatically I am conscious of preparing that time when other things I'll need to prepare for that. So for example, if I know I've got a presentation in, I'll flick ahead to the week before in my diary and make sure I've got the time blocked to prepare that. For individuals, this might be how you close, and for teams as well, this might be training people in how we close off even the previous day. So can we make a little note of things that we're grateful for that day, things that went well, and maybe something that might improve tomorrow. Maybe make a priority list for the next day. So 3 things maximum, not to-do list of 20 things, and go, right, I need to really get rid of this frog. I need to eat the frog. I need to do this focus block of work time. I need to work on this project. And so I have to protect and prepare to protect that time in my diary. So when your day starts, instead of checking your emails and sort of getting derailed by everyone else's needs, you're prepared. That's the thing you start doing. And that's what happens. That's what you focus on. That's how you build momentum, and that's how you actualize your potential. So that has been a short little snippet on recovery, but if you do watch the Recovery Menu webinar, I would love to hear some of your ideas on how you recover. One of my novel ones that not everyone does is every week, at least once, twice if I'm in Cairns for the whole week and I can manage to fit it in, I will spend about an hour in our hyperbaric oxygen chamber in the clinics. And so I'll write or I'll plan out my week, and it's all in my paper diary because you can't bring devices in it. And so I'm getting that parasympathetic response, I'm getting that inflammation management, but I'm also having that hour to hour and a half with no devices, no distractions, and just a pen and paper, which is so good for me. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for more from Endures.